So let's see what the tarot is saying today I've got 3 instantly. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Working together. Teamwork makes the dream work. The Tower. Things being brought down. An acceptance of structures, the way things have been. Things need to change. And the 5 of Wands. Now, normally this is like little battles, little troubles and strife, but at the same time, in this card, they also kind of look like they are working together. They are working together to put out the little fires. So there is something here about collective, building and working together. And again, collective, building and working together to overcome little quarrels, putting out the little fires. So maybe this is about what needs to be brought down. The 3 of Pentacles is like usually quite a sort of harmonious card. The 3s in the Cups and the Pentacles are generally very harmonious. It's like an energy building towards, you know, keep multiplying, keep multiplying. But I am getting like a massive traditional vibe off of this. And so I am getting maybe like the shakedown of traditional structures. Things being taken down. And it's going to create some, you know, some turbulence and some troubling times. But the collective is what's going to get us through. And then we get the 8 of Wands. Message coming in. I mean, what's a clearer message than a lightning bolt? Not much travels as fast as lightning, you know? And we have all these butterflies of transformation on this Tower card. You know, things can't stay the same forever. We need to have these, sometimes it feels like catastrophic shakedowns in order to have change. Change isn't always bad. You know, a deconstruction of the way things have been isn't always a bad thing. I'm getting a lot about community as well. Communication, community, and things coming in fast. We have had, you know, a lot of, was it the 3rd of January? We had a direct conjunction between Mars and Pluto. And Pluto brings down, I've got a few cards gone on the floor. Pluto is very much about, you know, transformation. Pluto is the higher force, the higher octave, the higher power of Mars. Mars can be associated with destruction, but it's also associated with creation and energy and passion. We need to transform our sort of personal energies of where we feel passionately about things and make sure they're not tipping over into anger. Pluto is wiser. It's much wiser. It's an outer planet. It's been around longer. It takes longer to orbit. It's like the elder planet. It has been around long enough to see many societal deconstructions and wars and conflicts and the shakedown of things, for things to resolve themselves, for, you know, better outcomes to happen. And it doesn't sweat the small stuff. Mars can sweat the small stuff. It can get super, super angry about the small stuff. We've also got that Mars in Cancer. And we're about to have a full moon in Cancer. Mars in Cancer, it's retrograde Mars in Cancer as well. It's retrograded back into the sign of Cancer from Leo. And it's a very frustrated energy in Cancer. It feels like it can't move forward. Cancer holds on to things. It's very emotional. And, you know, like the crab, it clings on. And Mars is fire and Cancer is water, and fire cannot really move through water. You know, water can be quite a heavy, dense energy. Mars cannot go speeding through in action in Cancer. It's not comfortable there, which creates this, like, it can create this passive aggression, holding on to anger. We need to go into our wisdom and our self-nurture and transform that angry Mars energy, and accept what it is that needs to go. This Tower card is always about something that needs to go and something that needs to transform. Needs to go so that something can transform. Be that ourselves. Maybe we need to transform ourselves first so that we can transform certain things in society on a whole. And this energy, fire signs, one's cards are fire signs, Mars, fire. So quarrels and little battles, Mars overcoming that as a collective and with good communication. There may be epiphanies as well. There may be, you may have like sudden flashes of like epiphanies about things, like sudden realizations about where you've been going wrong, what needs to change, what needs to be let go of, what you know, what needs to be taken away so that, you know, you and others can thrive. Because this Eight of Wands card, it's fire, but it's positive. It has positive forward movement vibes. And so after this, the quarrels that we work together to overcome with good communication, there'll be, you know, a positive move forward there. Let's take a few more, going a bit deeper than I thought we would. We get the Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, wins the race. We get the Nine of Wands, having some boundaries. And we get the Knight of Cups, using our intuitive energies. We have that full moon in Cancer, water sign, on the 13th of January. We even have a little crab down there. Cancer is the sign of the crab. And yeah, he's got his little singing bowl. He's like, you know, got his feet in the water. The water is peaceful. He's feeling enlightened. So it might be slow progress. Even though we have these quick energies, to completely rebuild, it might take a while. It's interesting actually that those two have come up, because this is a very Virgo-y card. Very earthy, very grounded, progress in a slow, sustained, dedicated manner. And then this is, you know, a water sign card. It's also associated with Pisces. And on the 11th, we have a nodal shift. The north node, the true north node, will shift into Pisces. And that will make the south node be in Virgo. How can we become, enlightened enough to know where we can be of service after tempering these like Marsy energies? And again, this is people working together. I said people working together. That is, people working together is like acts of service to move things forward. Although that card is quite dynamic and quick, this is like an inspiration, the inspiration of what we need to do. The inspiration will be quick, but the Pentacles cards are quite like grounded, real life, the daily grind, So the reality of building it might actually take some time. It's a commitment. And we need to have that wisdom, that plutonic wisdom, go into that higher octave to temper out that Mars that can come up as aggressive. We need to be calm, meditate, sit with ourselves for a moment, tune into our soul, and listen to our truth, our true path, and our true gifts and energy, like honoring ourselves so that we can honor the collective. Like, what truly do we need to be doing? Who truly are we? How do we truly shine for ourselves? And then how do we use that to further ourselves and then further our community and those around us? How do we sort of pay that forward when we can get into that knowledge of who we truly are and what we can truly give? Then we can truly give with purpose and make it a communal harmony, a communal benefit. That's what I'm trying to say. This Nine of Wands, it's a card of feeling defensive or having to be defensive. I want to put another card on literally this Nine of Wands, because do we need to be defensive? Do we need to have more boundaries? Or are we talking about breaking down those boundaries, because we have had that breaking things down, taking things down? Okay, we've got two. We have got the King of Pentacles. There's that Virgo energy again. And that wisdom energy again. Look how much of a chill king this guy is. Like, he doesn't sweat the small stuff. He's got his big old pentacle, but he's not being flash with it. Like, he realises, look at the sparkle coming off it. He knows he just needs this one solid stability. He just needs this one, almost like I am one with my own stability, my own energy of stability. I don't need to be flashy, because I know my own wealth, not by you know, shoving it in other people's faces by just being secure and feeling secure and being wise. And, you know, the dog, loyalty. The bookcase is behind knowledge. But it's all very humble. Those two kings, they're very peaceful and know themselves. And then we get the moon. So I feel this is about having boundaries and having stability and grounding in and knowing where to stand your ground, but doing it with wisdom, stability, calm and peacefulness. Not aggression, not attack. It's the stand strong in the face of it and don't raise your sword kind of thing, you know. It's not about taking action, it's about standing strong in your own energy of knowing who you are, knowing your inner spark, your inner passion, and standing strong with it. And it's interesting that we get this moon card. It's about harmony. It's about bringing the light and dark aspects together. You know, when the moon is full, it's got the most light from the sun, which it reflects back out to show us what's in the dark. For us to identify our dark side, our dark energies, what needs to be transformed, for us to lift the veil, to see what is beneath. Who are we beneath the exterior? What are we? What's lurking under that surface that we need to deal with, that we need to shine a light on? But also the moon, again, it's Cancerian, it's nurturing, also has many links to Pisces. It's the moon, whilst it's a full moon where things, you know, come out, we need to do it in a peaceful, calm, nurturing, compassionate manner. Whatever comes up, that's how we need to deal with it. In a passive manner, not in an active, aggressive manner. We need to be kind to ourselves about it. We need to transform aggressive energies into a compassion. Like, that's how we need to deal with it, but we need to transmute it so that we can transform it. The moon transforms every cycle. It goes from new to full, all through every little phase. It goes round and round, constantly changing, constantly transforming. And so we can, you know, create, the moon is about creation as well, but it's creation in a passive, feminine sense, a nurturing sense, not in a out there, let's go, I've got an idea, boom, kind of Mars way. It's about balancing our inner and outer selves, this reading is. And I got this new deck, which is the Illustrated Crystallary Oracle card set by Maya Toll. Yesterday we got Black Tourmaline, which is all about transmuting and transforming energies. So it's very funny that the reading we've just had that relates. So let's see what we get today. What crystal today to help us with this message of transformation? There we go. We get peridot. So much life in you. We've just come past the winter solstice, and on the opposite side of the wheel of the cycle of the celebrations of the sun's journey and orbit, which solstice is a part of, we have Beltane, which is sort of between May in June, that sort of abundant time of year, and that sort of peak of summertime blooming. And I always see peridot as that really lush, fertile, like peak of summer and lushness. Got butterflies on there again, so much nature vibes. And we have that squirrel. We have the squirrel in summer. The squirrel works really, really, really hard, burying loads of his stash to survive winter. And this is almost like the flip side of the energies of now. Let's see what the book says. Also big heart chakra vibes because it's green, which is all about compassion. Deep in your heart, there is a place of verdant joy and shining wellness, where moss carpets the rocks and tree trunks are crisscrossed by flowering vines. The air is rich with birdsong, and every breath is crisp and vibrant, reaffirming life. In this magical and miraculous inner landscape, anything is possible. You can sip from the well of wisdom, play in the strands of with the strands of time, and restore your soul when it grows world weary. This is the space where peridot lives, spiraling through the never-ending green. Come dance with me, she whispers. There is so much life in you. Restore your spirit and remember your bliss. So it's about knowing your inner abundance, your inner lushness, your inner gifts. And, nature blossoms ripened fruits at the opposite side of the solstice to now, to winter. The summer solstice is a time of, harvest and bountifulness, and Beltane is all, about the fertility of the season. Things are ripening, the fruits are in there, are blossoming. And in the harvest, we pick them. This is an August birthstone, is peridot. So it's about knowing our lush, plentiful gifts and sharing them with others. Once we know our worth, our abundance, when we have an abundance, then we have much to share. And that is our reading. I think that wraps it up nicely. To bring ourselves into balance so that we can then bring the collective into balance. If we can find our own inner abundance and wisdom, then we will have plenty, and we can share that wisdom and plentifulness and abundance with others. Thank you. Bye.